Welcome to Same Pod, Different Cast. Each week we talk about a crazy story. I'm Mel Black.
And I'm Marie White. We are a couple of moms who like listening to tales of survival, humor, and mystery, but also be around our kiddos. Parental discretion is advised.
Just a disclaimer before we start. I am very much aware that the lighting in my glasses makes it super distracting. I've been told that. And I'm working really hard to fix that situation. But on days when I have to read a script, I am very blind. I cannot see. If I were to take my glasses off, I wouldn't be able to see the screen. And it's literally this far in front of me. I can't, and I can't see it. So I'm working on it, I promise. But in the meantime, I think we're just going to have to deal with the fact that you kind of get to see it in my lenses. So I apologize. Okay, Marie, do you think you have done anything heroic?
Um, no, I can't think of anything that I have done that is like that would be classified as heroic. No,
Okay.
when I hear that, I think of like saving a baby out of a burning building or like something like, and I have definitely never done anything like that.
True,
The,
true.
the
Okay.
closest thing I've done is a puppy ran up to me when I was taking my trash out, and I picked her up and loved on her for the half an hour until I found out where her home was. So maybe that's
Hey,
heroic.
that's super heroic to me.
She was real cute. Her name was Maple. It was awesome.
Well, you're Maple's hero.
I'll take it.
Now imagine saving Maple, but you were no more than 1 years old.
Okay.
Today, I'm going to tell you about someone, or better, something that did a very heroic act in its short, young life. It is unknown exactly when Cher Ami hatched, though it was likely in late March or early April of 1918. But what is known is that he was one of 600 English bred birds donated to the U.S. Army Signal Corps Pigeon Service of the American Extraordinary Forces by the British Home Forces Pigeon Service on May 20th of 1918.
Can I just say that that's quite a title for a division of the armed forces? The Army Signal Corps Pigeon Service of the American Expenditory Forces.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
pretty sure yeah, I'm pretty sure I said something wrong, but what you did hear right was that Jeremy was a homing pigeon.
Side note, I've always wanted one. Like,
Oh my
send
god.
you like mail back and forth.
Do you want to know how long I Googled if that was an option to send mail? I have wanted one for so long.
Oh man, we're just showing to the world how weird we are. That's fine.
Absolutely. They were used extensively as messengers during World War One, with France, Germany, and the United Kingdom having established pigeon messenger service before World War One broke out. At the request of General John Pershing, the U.S. Army Signal Corps Pigeon Service was established in November of 1917. I'm never going to be able to say it the right without laughing or thinking of you.
No, like the reason why I laughed was because you think of like the canine unit for police, and this is like
Yes.
the pigeon service for the U.S. Army.
We're going to need some birds.
Yes.
Bring me a pigeon. On July 1st of 1918, the Army assigned Sher Ami and 59 other pigeons to a mobile loft number 11, managed by Corporal, later Sergeant, Ernest P. Cockler of Chicago.
Okay.
Mobile Loft number 11 supported the 77th Infantry Division into and through the Argonne Forest. And this is a picture of that unit.
Okay. So
Doesn't it
you
look
said?
like a vintage mobile home? Like I know it's supposed to be a mobile unit, but it totally looks like someone went camping.
Oh yeah, no, it looks like one of those tiny homes, like a
Mm-hmm.
vintage tiny home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, you said there are 60 pigeons in this unit. Did they name all 60?
I would imagine they had to. So I don't even know why I didn't include it. I'll put it right here. But he was assigned a whole number, and so they were all had. It was very like tight knit, very uh proper, I guess. Like every pigeon had an assigned number. Every pigeon had an assigned name. Yeah.
It's
Now,
very specific.
yeah. Now it's October 4th of 1918, and Private Omar Richards of New York, a member of the division's 308th Infantry Regime, carried Shri Ami and three other pigeons into the forest. So this infantry was more than 550 men, and Major Charles White will say were trapped in a small depression on the side of a hill behind enemy lines without food or ammunition.
Jeez. Okay.
So I know I like skipped ahead. I know they just entered the forest, but now they're in the forest and they're in trouble.
They're what you would call stuck.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Surrounded by the Germans and also beginning to receive friendly fire from Allied troops who did not know their location.
Oh,
Many were killed and wounded, and only 194 men were still alive and not captured or wounded by the end of this engagement.
man, that sucks.
The major sent runners, but they were constantly being intercepted or killed by the Germans. That's when he started to dispatch messages by pigeon.
Why wasn't that his first go to?
You
Like,
know,
not that I
I don't
want
know.
not that I want pigeons to be shot, but you'd think you'd send the pigeon first before you send the man.
Yeah, that's what I felt when I read that, but maybe I don't know. I have no reasons. If anybody's in the military and this is still a thing, maybe you can explain why that was a decision that was made, because I don't know and I don't approve.
I totally want to know if carrier pigeons are still a thing in the
Oh my
military.
gosh. I want to
The
know.
Pentagon, hit me up.
The pigeon carrying the first message, and this is what the message said: many wounded, we cannot evacuate. He was deployed, but it was shot down. The second pigeon sent a message that read, quote, men were suffering. Can support be sent? End quote. That pigeon was also shot down. The artillery's batteries supporting Whittlesey's men attempting to provide a barrage of protection for the men was on the northern slope of the Charleget ravine. Believing that Whittlesey was on the southern slope of the ravine resulted in a barrage inadvertently targeting the battalion.
Okay.
Their last hope was Cherie Ami. Written on an onion paper in a canister on his right leg, Marie, I know that this is a picture of the actual like wording, but I put it underneath to make it easier. But do you want to read what that says?
I appreciate that because that writing is very tiny. Said, we are along the road parallel 276.4. Our artillery is dropping a barrage directly on us. For heaven's sake, stop it.
As Cherie Ami tried to fly back home, the Germans saw him raising out of the bush and opened fire. After several seconds, he was shot down.
Mm-hmm.
He did, however, manage to take flight again. And not only that, but he arrived back at his loft at division headquarters 25 miles away in just 25 minutes. He wasn't without an injury. He had been shot through the breast, blinded in one eye, and had a leg hanging only by a tendon.
Oh.
Frank Blazek, a creator of military history at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History, was quoted in saying, "He still got back to his loft is incredible. It would be the equivalent of a man getting a gut shot and holding their guts and still walking 100 miles back."
Oh my gosh.
Army medics worked to save his life. As a result of the wound, the Army had to amputate Cherie Ami's right leg, ending his military message service. The shelling had ceased by the time he had gotten back to his loft, but critically, the message provided the exact coordinates of the battalion, which aided in their eventual relief on the night of October 7th. Basically saving those 194 men, by the
Yeah,
way.
I'm glad that he wasn't shot at without for no reason. Like I'm sure I'm
Right.
happy that that resulted in something.
Something, yeah, yeah. When he was recovered enough to travel, the now one legged bird was put on a boat to the United States, with General John J. Pershing seeing him off. So, on the account of his bravery, the French government awarded Cherie Ami the Croix de Jeunesse with Palm, which is the highest, I guess, military service for a animal.
Okay.
Due to his chest wounds, Cherie Ami grew increasingly weaker and died on June 13th. The U.S. Army Signal Corps donated Cherie Ami's remains to the Smithsonian Institute, where taxidermist Nelson R. Wood mounted the bird for display. Cherie Ami was inducted into the Racing Pigeon Hall of Fame in 1931 and received a gold medal from the Organized Bodies of American Pigeon Fencers in recognition for his extraordinary service during World War I. In 2019, Cherie Ami received the Animals in War and Peace Medal of Bravery for his actions in World War I. And
So
this is Cherie Ami.
where do all of these
Oh.
awards go to?
Well, okay, so he is displayed in the Smithsonian Institute, and a little part of me was hoping that they were just tiny little badges that they would put on him, like, but that's not the case. I don't. So I don't know. I don't know, but he just, I don't know. There's something about him. I just love him. So the next time anybody's at Smithsonian Institute, please say hi to Cherie Ami because
Oh,
he's a pretty
like
cool bird.
when we went in fifth grade, no clue this was a thing, but now I really want to go back so I can
Oh,
literally just see this bird.
right? I just want to see the bird, and
Yes.
then we can go. He's actually, I didn't add the photo. I'll add it in post edits, but he's in a room, and there's another animal that's like a dog that's behind him, and I really want to know the story of that dog. But there's a whole list of animals that have won this Peace in War award for just their actions in war. And one of them, I think the first one was a horse, and it basically because it would transport people who needed medical attention from battle to medical tents and stuff.
Is that what the movie War Horse is based on? I never saw the movie. I really want to see it. It's like
Oh
on my
my
list.
gosh, I don't know. I will find out. I will find
Okay.
out and I report. Yeah. But that's amazing if that's the case. But yeah, it just it's a really cool
I want to know what the
it's a
most
really cool award.
obscure animal that is on that list. Like, is there like a pig on there or like a goat or
So there was a lot of dogs and there was a couple horses. I actually thought the most random one was a pigeon, which is obviously why I was like, a pigeon named Jeremy. I have to
do
I
say
figure out
more?
what this is.
Yes.
Kara, go on. Um,
Yes.
so, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Marie?
I have never had so much respect for pigeons. Like, I mean, I have a lot of respect because I want a carrier pigeon, but um, that's really cool. Like, obviously, they
Something
didn't have texting in the day, so it was.
right? They could just. But here's the thing. I obviously look at him and I'm just like, I want him to kind of have like, I know that they would just put little things on their legs, but a little part of me wants to have like a little backpack, you know?
Melinda, you watch
It's
too
some
much Stuart Little.
goggles. Some goggles.
You watch too much Stuart Little.
I don't watch it at all. I just did research for that painting. Okay.
No, he's cute. I get it.
Short
I'm
story
not.
today, but yeah.
I'm not a bird person. I'm really not. Mom and Dad had a bird once, and I was like a couple of times actually, and I was not a fan. But he's cute.
Yeah. Ah, Jeremy. Hey, thanks for listening. Research, writing, and editing done by Mel Black. Original music by Caleb Duggar. A special thanks to Marie White. You can find all our sources in our show notes and all of the photos on our Instagram. Username samepoddifferentcast. Follow, like, and subscribe for future content.